ambitions as a rider. My ambitions as a rider. So many battlefield scars, my jubilant blood scars. These life is a rap star, there's nothing without the bar. Was born rough and rugged. I'm dressing the man public, my attitude is fucking. These motherfuckers love it to be a soldier. Most may take exposure at ease, but life is complicated. Only when you make it to be. And my ambitions as a rider, the country got me hot and hardcore on the side. When I spit some game in the end, don't call it tiny hope. You put my money in the bin, cause that's some really broke. I'm smoking bomb ass weed, feeling crucial. From player to player, the gang fighting against mutual. From hustling to prayer, to breaking motherfuckers to pay. I got no time for these bitches, that be so hard to play. From all the meal ticket, missing on the need. So rich and competition got me rich. On that bullshit, they stress me. I'm a rhyme, don't clown hoes like it's mandatory. No press, no glory, my nigga, bitch got the game distorted. Now it's on in the zone because I said so. You trust the bitch in the business, so I got my damn bro. Now this money hungry bitches getting suspicious. Started plotting and planning on the scheme to come and trick us. But the niggas be on point and game tight. It's like a Bogart smacked at the same night. Got problems and handling my fucking see me. These niggas is jealous, too deep in their hearts, they wanna be me. Yeah, and now you got me right beside you. Hoping you listen, I catch you paying attention to my ambitions as a rider. My ambitions as a rider. It was my only wish to rise above the jealous coward motherfuckers I despise. When it's time to ride, I was the first time inside. Give me a nod, I'm ready to die right here tonight. Motherfuckers they like, that's what they screaming as they kill me, but I'm on the kill. So open fire, so you kill me, witness my seal. Spitting their adversaries, Indians and after me. I'd rather die before they catch me. Watch me bleed, mama can rescue me in suicide thinking thoughts. I'm innocent that every bullet's flying when I'm cold. Fuck on the jail time, birthday, sacrifice. Don't get a chance to do me like I did my nigga die. I'm thugging for life, and if you right, the nigga die for it. And let the buckets try, at least you try for it. When it's time to die, be a man, to pick the way you read. Fuck peace and the police, my ambitions as a rider. My ambitions as a rider. My murderous lyrics, you put my spirit to the third. Always way up a pocket, baby, cause I know they coming for me. I've been hesitant to be a big. Been away for years, never got my adversaries through the deep. The tear plus my method to slip the speed. Shores of bitches bleed, niggas are feeling fine. My mama's the fucking beat, blast me with the freaking finish. Addicting the mix, my powers are never back to be a motherfucking minute. They got me, the body blocks set me up. Have bitch ass niggas on my team, so we leave, they rip me up. But I'm back, reincarnated, incarcerated at the time I caught the breakaway. God made it, hit me with lyrics, legendary. Using the mercenary for money, I had these motherfuckers ready. Getting much man in jail, niggas telling me to kill it. Knowing when I get out, they gon' feel it. Witness the realest of the rider when I put the shit inside the ride. From all your people when they find them, that's the ride. My history is full of it. The reason we make it to pay. And all the counts that was there with. Now some nigga right beside you. Hoping you listen, I got you paying attention to my ambitions as a rider. My ambitions as a rider.
What it is about that song, man, but it make you want to crip walk like no other.
Machiavellian is.
Okay, let's get back into it. Hopefully y'all can hear me. Good evening. Welcome to the Revolutionary Agenda. I am your host, Seduction Doll, aka Lady Kruma, Queen Kruma, Brandy Majors, whatever you want to call me, the doll, the low, is me. I'm gonna do a real quick show today. Forgive me, Black Valley. I am very, very, very sick, and so I might sound a little raspy. My voice is kind of going. Um, and yeah, welcome to the Revolutionary Agenda. Today I am hosting this show in the Black House of Higher Education and Learning. I am in my guy's house, uh, Jesse Paris's house, which I call the Black House. As you can tell, we are in the Black House from the flag. And I got the FBA thing right here, his FBA bandana. And we're rocking the FBA glasses from the Lokes, Foundation of Black America. Only thing to make it tighter is if, yeah, I don't have no makeup on. And I'm rocking my Jerry curl. So, don't judge me. Um, and then make it tight as if they had the Black Power Fist in the midst of them. But, not everybody's perfect. They probably weren't thinking about Foundational Black America when they made these glasses. So me and Jesse Paris, aka Che Kruma, decided to call these the Foundational Black American glasses because it go with the bandana right here. Um, his house is the house where my whole life has changed. So I wanted to do a year in review of what we have learned this year. I myself have learned much, much. This is the year I finally woke up. Um, I've awakened fully. I was, when you think about being conscious, you think about how long have you been conscious? Well, when we wake up in segments, I believe, and I've been conscious most of my life. However, it takes certain individuals to wake you up fully, and so this year, uh, Sharon Kuma has been what woke me up all the way, 100%. And he saved me. You've been following us, or at least been in the lieu of our relationship, then you have known that he has saved me completely. Saved me from death a few times. Um, he saved me from a terrible, terrible relationship that has almost killed me on several locations, several moments of that in the very beginning. Um, my friend, my mate, my first, my last, and my everything, like Barry White says. The whole world revolves around Che and Kruma, which it should. It should, you gotta pay dues where dues are paid. Um, he has taught me about economics. He's taught me about do for self. He's taught me about true meaning of Kwanzaa. We are in the third day. What is the third day of Kwanzaa, babe? Fourth day. What is the fourth day of Kwanzaa? Ujama. Yeah. I just wanted to hear him say it. Ujama. Cooperative economics, family. And what does that mean? That means that we need to be together. Buy black. Spend what black dollars are spent. Um, the revolution is real, you know. He brought a village to me and my village is small, but my village is helpful. Without him, I would have really not have gotten closer to my sister Bianca, which her words are often healing to me. As one of my bestest friends, my sister, we support everything her and her family do. She's also taught me about co-ops and another thing about spending black dollars where black dollars are spent. Um, and what it means to spend your black dollars with black family. How it keeps it going, how we are to grow together. Not everybody believes in unity, but I'm blessed to believe that the small group of revolutionaries that we have on our team are strong with their convictions, and they mean what they say, and they don't ever take it back. They stand on their ground. They don't back down. And that's what I have with the village. He brought me to serious herbalist, a healer who's healed me multiple times, Mr. Montague Collins. Montague, shout out to Montague, one of the tightest herbalists we know. Um, his father, Sekou, is always ready for the revolution. Stays ready so you don't have to get ready. And his father allowed me to be who I am with all my silliness and with me standing on what I say and not backing down, regardless of how light my shading is. There's a real revolutionary living inside of here. Revolutionaries are born, not created. This field negress is out there. Some would say I'm a little bit radical, so and I mean what I say and I stand on it. I don't take it back. I won't buckle down, and I can't be indoctrinated. Not a puppet. Um, I don't give a fuck what people think about me. Nobody's ever been a fan of the seduction doll. So the day that they are, will be a miracle in itself. By that point in time, it'll be too late, and I've ascended with the ancestors. So, no one's ever been a fan. I'm not here to impress. I'm not here to fucking gain numbers or friendships. I like the small little revolutionary fucking village that I have. Let's see who else is in the village. Oh, my twin, my absolute twin, the God, the Asiatic black man, RAHMEL understanding. We're beefing right now, if that's what siblings do. Without him, I wouldn't have been able to really explore all of the 5% knowledge that I have been gaining from him. Um, I wouldn't have been able to explore all these mixtapes that he's been cranking out for a whole year. let alone let alone push his book as hard as I've been pushing. Part of our tangible experience of you donating money to us. We send you a book or we give you a book and some mixtapes. We do this on Black Dollar Saturdays. Also, to shout out to our frenemy. I want to say our frenemy, um, Brother Jeff at his cultural center. Some days we agree with him, some days we don't. Some days we like to push him to the revolutionary extent. Some days I like to push him all the way to the end, to the breaking point of where he has to mute me. But that man has been very, very, very helpful with some of our most pressing needs. I'd like to shout him out because contrary to some of the things that he says and we may not agree with, he is the only voice right now in our historic 5 points, and that is being rapidly gentrified. So I'd like to shout him out. Let's see. Shout out to Brother Shabaka Senkori, who's offered his platform as one of our main platforms on Blog Talk. He reminds me, I'm from LA. He reminds me of my father, and he reminds me of home. And I like listening to Shabaka Senkori immensely. I've always liked, especially when he gives his public service announcement. And we constantly approve of all his messages because there isn't anything that Shabaka Senkori can say wrong in my eyes. That shit he's telling people to fuck off. That shit is always 100% real. I'd like to shout out our brother, Brother Yanga and Kruma. When I shout out Brother Yanga and Kruma is because I myself was looking for more knowledge to enhance my revolutionary skill sets. I was new in my awakening, and I knew where I wanted to be. I knew where I needed to be, and I knew that the only way to reach out is to find the smartest man I know, or the smartest man that I could pick his brain for, And Brother Yanga and Kruma had a lot to offer me. He had a lot to offer me because he was well knowledgeable in all the things that well read. I was like well read. Aside from being a loke, when you become a loke and then you just grow into something more profound, which is revolutionary, and black nationalists, black nationalists, and to promote these messages that we so need to hear. I have taken upon him as one of my teachers, and so I have four, 4 or 5 teachers. It starts with my mate, who teaches me something every day, um, and my sister, Bianca, my brother Shabaka Sikora, my twin RAHMEL. He doesn't get enough credit, but soon enough, when he's out, he'll get all the credit. That man is a brilliant individual, the God. So, shout out to him as well. And shout out to brother Yang and Kruma. I like how his growth is from when he was merely with people for the people. He wasn't as strong as he is away from people for the people. And a lot of people, no one's saying it, but that man has blossomed into his own force. And so I encourage everybody to check him out. His team, his camp, his crew of individuals that support him, also to check them out. The sister Nandi, um, and all of her guests that are constantly on her and his platforms. Very intelligent individuals. Strong voices, strong in their convictions. Uh, what you're talking about, they mean what they say, and that's what I like about them. I like about they stand in what they say, they mean it, and they offer a platform to where you can go on there and speak your shit. If you don't agree, get on there and talk your shit. And that's what we offer here. We're always talking about you Biden supporters. Where the fuck are you? I know I've been waiting. I mean, I remember from the very beginning of mine and Shay's growth in Frontline Black News, where we would like, just be like, and you Biden supporters, and I was like, do 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 do. Where the fuck are you? Sleep? Did you go back to sleep? Well, wake your punk ass up. You know what I mean? It's time to get ready. It's time for you to dust yourself off from being hoodwinked and bamboozled. We'll help you, because that's what the Black Code is all about. Uplifting your brothers and sisters, especially when they make the sorriest mistakes of voting for Biden. You know what I mean? So let's talk about what we've learned in the last year, that from the revolutionary agenda standpoint. Well, we learned that Biden ain't shit. We knew that, but of course we had to watch y'all bump your head. So we hope that little nod will dissipate and y'all get on the program. You got 3 years to get on this program. We learned about tangibles from 2020. We learned about from Tariq Nasheed, tangibles. And we learned here that it's not going to be a marathon. It's not going to be a sprint, Black family. It's a marathon. And as always, we've been giving ourselves into this marathon for generations and generations and generations, centuries. We've been in it. We've been in it, Black family. We've learned that revolutionaries are not born, are born but not created. And they're not created equal. We learned that on certain platforms, we live unapologetically Black. Black first. We know that white supremacy is everywhere. The dominant society is everywhere. And even if you are the same shade or richly melanated, you can still be a supremacist. We've learned that. We can learn that the bootlickers are real. The yes bosses, real. And they are there to oppose us and keep us down. We learned that the new Black media, shout out to Professor Black Truth, Jason Black of the Black Authority, Tariq Nasheed, Miss Vicky Dillard, Know the Ledge, Black Magic 363. Let's see, y'all should really turn into that, especially when you're definitely trying to assess your ancestral self. Um, Boyce Watkins, Judge Joe Brown. I say this, that man has always kept it real. Um, who else? I do like Michi X. I like Michi X. Doesn't necessarily mean that everybody else does, but that's just because I like her. I like what she says, and I like the fact that she don't back down. I kind of like a little bitchy ass attitude too sometimes. With females when they got this little bitchiness about themselves. I gotta like that. I don't know what that's about. I kind of have it in me too, where I could be a total dick. Um, huh? You say? Yeah, the disagreement is real. Forgive me. I've been over here at my guy's house, and I came ill prepared. I've been sick, so we learned that seduction doll will not take no acts of criticism towards colorism. Um, don't like that shit, and you will get mad, cuss the fuck out. Mad, cuss the fuck out. Um, the fight for me to be taken seriously has been a very real thing this year. Um, yeah, I learned what racially ambiguous means, and I didn't like that shit either. I'm learning to rock my natural hair, my natural curls. Um, so waiting until it got a little longer. Okay, I was used to it. I had to shave it off because I was in a bad relationship. Bad relationship. And when you see your hair fly out in the mirror, you just kind of have to shave it off and think nobody's going to pull it ever again. Now it's growing back. So um, I've also learned, what else? Oh, the Democratic and Republican Party are going to come crashing down. And Black family, if I must say this, let it happen. Let it happen. They're imploding on themselves. They've been imploding. Let it happen. Because that means we can rebuild it the way we want to rebuild it. I've learned that the fear from us is mighty real. And there's nothing to be afraid of. We've been through the worst shit. There's nothing to be afraid of anymore. They're still going to kill us. We know that. The police are still there. The police are still killing people. We've also saw a major impact of white people killing white people this year. And I'm not going to lie, I am highly amused by this. I won't take that back. I don't know why it's funny to me. It just is. It just is. I live in a state where currently that shit is going down right now. A man just shot up five individuals. And if you want to go from what these individuals are or were, they were quite peaceful individuals. Usually tattoo artists and yoga teachers, artists are quite peaceful. Really peaceful. So for why this tyrant went and did that, have no idea. And I don't even want to say they were white. We'll just go ahead and say, yeah, the buffer classes. We'll say buffer classes. Baby, would you say they were Chicanos?
Yeah.
And that other dude wasn't, huh?
Yeah.
Well, if you want to look at it from this aspect, it was a white man who shot up 5 Chicanos. And in this state, we got to give, where the one lady was doing murals, there's a lot of beautiful fucking murals in this city. A lot of beautiful murals in our city. And I would say a good portion of them are done by Chicano art, and another good portion were done by black hands. So usually artists are pretty peaceful. So I don't understand what this dude's trip was. But whatever it was, he had a major beef and he went and handled it. And now he's dead. We learned that anybody could write a book. And the reason I say that is because this dude wrote a book. several. um, we learned that Kyle Rittenhouse could get away with murder. We also learned that some others can't. We learned that Kim Porter, right? Kim Potter, killed Dante Wright. And no matter what the fuck she said, she's going to jail for that. Derek Chauvin, who killed Miss George Floyd, going to prison for a long time anyway. I mean, probably the rest of his life. Forgive me. That was a senseless fucking death. That murder happened right in front of us. And we learned that the protests and things like that were very serious. You know, I often appreciate when the cities burn down. Why? Because we can rebuild it. A lot of people think that you can't rebuild. Foundational Black Americans built this city or built this nation. So if they could build it once, we can rebuild and rebuild and rebuild until it's perfect. So don't be scared. Don't be scared if the whole city fucking burns down. It's probably for the best. Because our politicians have been putting us in debt for a long fucking time. And they want to continuously tax us for it. So maybe this is a good thing. Don't be scared. There's nothing to be scared of. And if you're scared, we're all scared a little bit. But now it's time to get serious, Black family. And what's serious about this is that we're at war. Like the little corner, the little emblem on my thing says, we're at war. What are we at war with? Dare we really ask these questions? When people ask what are we at war with, I have to look at them like they're fucking stupid. We're at war not only with our own people, we're at war with the dominant society. We're at war with, I want to say white people, not everybody. Don't take it like they're our allies, okay? We don't have no friends. At some point, the allies will show their natural supremacist ways. They might not do it this year. They might not do it next year. But when push comes to shove and they got to choose a side, they're going to go right back to where they come from. Let's not forget. Okay, there's countless experiments that show the motherfuckers' white supremacist ways will show themselves. So just in case you forgot, and they might be nice to you now, they're not always going to be nice to you at the end of the day when it comes down to them or us. They're not going to choose up with us. Okay? At some point, they're going to go back to their ways. We have no friends. We don't have no allies. But while they're pretending to be the allies now, we're thankful and we're going to utilize that to our best of our ability to push our narratives. Our narratives are cut the check. Reparations or resign. What the fuck are we talking about? That's it. If you're from here, you're from the Americas, you trace your lineage back to the what? To the first time you touched the earth, right? To the first time for the slavery, right? 1870 census. Dang, 1870 census. I try to get him to engage with me. He won't sit in the conciliary chair. He won't sit over here with me. He's like, whatever. Now what'd you say it was, baby? What? 1870 census, but you said something else. From when your ancestors touched the shores, right? What'd you say?
As long as you can trace your lineage back to the south.
The killing fields of the south, right? You know what you said? The killing fields of the south?
Yes.
All right, my bad. Okay. So as long as you trace your lineage back to the killing fields of the South. That's where I was going with that. And he said 1870 census. Speaking of the census, have you took the census lately? I have. And you know what they want to know? They want to know your race. I got a comment in here, babe. They want to know your race and if you live alone, and if you got a computer. Thank you, baby. Let me show you. Go there. You go. Thank you. Thank you very much. They want to know your race, your ethnicity. Prime example, okay? They called me up. Well, first they sweated my apartment. For like 3 weeks straight, I was getting mailers at my apartment. And I act like I don't live there. I act like I'm not home. I don't want nobody knocking on my door. I'm just like that. I got enough problems, you know what I mean? So I finally decided to answer because it feels like if I don't answer this shit, they are really gonna fucking look, man, these fucking damn bots. BLACC, okay. Alright, here you go. They look like they're gonna knock on my door and I'm gonna get arrested or some shit. I didn't make it sound so fucking serious. Well, anyway, there we go. I finally get a hold of these motherfuckers. So they asked me, what is your nationality or what's your ethnicity or what's your race? Something like that, to that effect. I said, well, what are your options? Because it's a census. I'm just fucking around, you know. I say I'm Black, Indian, and French. Or Black, Indian, and European, whatever you want to call it, right? I say, what kind of European? So my mama said I was French. Okay. Well, she said, now that's exotic. I said, I'm like, whatever, bitch. You know what I mean? Like, I never get off my motherfucking phone, right? She said, what kind of native are you? Or Native American? I said, Lakota Sioux. My mama said. And she said, are you African American? I said, I am. So I'm like, Black, Native American, French. So she keeps trying to get me to say white, Native American, and Black. We go through this like for 10 minutes. Real shit, ask my dude. 10 minutes. She keeps trying. I said, no. Black, Indian, French. Black first. Oh, white, Indian, and French. Or white, Indian, Black? No. Black, Indian, and French. Black first. We go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth for like 10 minutes. I'm like, just put it down however you're going to put it down, ma'am. Because I verbally said Black, Indian, and French. Right? And who knows how they put it down in their little marks, okay? But what was interesting to me was that are you running low on the numbers? That you want to flip this around and put it as European or the European mixture of me, then the native, and then the Black part at the end, so you can raise your white numbers. I can't control what they do. All I can do is just protest a little bit because it's wrong. If I answer your question, you know, I'm sorry. Actually, I'm not sorry that I'm mixed like this. I'm not. I like me. I love me. So if I answer your question, it's Black first. That means there's a telling mark next to Black. Right? We added to their numbers. We're with those numbers, right? Not the white numbers. Why? Because the white numbers need to come up. That's what I learned this year. The white numbers need to come up. So what did they do? You know, they shipped out Haitians, our Black brothers and sisters from another area. They shipped them back so fucking quick. At the same time, they were shipping in Afghanians. Afghans. Thank you, babe. Afghans. right? Same time they're shipping out our black brothers and sisters and small nieces and nephews, those whole families, they were shipping them right back to a country that had just lost their president, that was in like shambles. Just had a major earthquake. Literally had nothing, was under the regime of fucking gang violence, revolutionary gang violence. They had nothing. So, the United States was like the melting pot for people to come here and to develop a new life. It's okay for everybody else, but not okay for Haiti. Not okay for Africa. Are you serious? That's what we learned this year. We learned that if you're black, you gotta go. If you're black, you can't stay. That's what we learned. And we learned that our third of a fucking vice president who's black out of convenience. Excuse me, I got passionate. Out of convenience, didn't give a fuck about our black brothers and sisters. You know what I mean? And foundational Black America can't really be bothered right now with them. However, we did feel some kind of way. We did feel some kind of way when we watched them get shipped back with a fucking quickness. They were here. They were getting on motherfucking planes. He couldn't bring enough planes to ship them back. But this bitch was nowhere to be found. Kamala, nowhere to be found. Couldn't do a motherfucking interview. Couldn't talk to nobody. Couldn't say shit. Right, babe? But could do an interview with fucking stupid Charlemagne the God. That motherfucker's the wackest of the wackest, in my opinion. I've never been a fan. I don't give a fuck. He's not my cup of tea. Why is he not my cup of tea? Because I watched several interviews lately, and what I didn't like was how he did Lil Boosie. And him and the co-host with Lil Boosie's views on the fucking Lil Nas X shit. I would beat a motherfucker too if he decided he wanted to get up on a stage where children watch these award shows butt ass fucking naked. I think I'll pull him down and beat his ass too. But the fact that I didn't mean to say but the fact that man is about the black family and his beliefs are so strong, I think that right there was the reason why I dug Lil Boosie more in his interview versus Charlemagne. Charlemagne's on this go along, get along with the LGBTQ type shit. Fuck no. Again, I ain't getting along with that either. And I don't think it's the person. I think it's the agenda. Like, when somebody told me about something that I posted about trans girls are girls too. No, the fuck they ain't. I'll stand on that all motherfucking day. I'm a girl. I'm a girl. I'm a real girl. Like Pinocchio says, I'm a girl. You can try as all you want, but you'll never be a real girl. And not only that, but we can feel it when you're not a real girl. So, just in case you forgot. I don't know if white women can feel it, but I know black women can feel it. I know we can feel it when a man is not a girl or actual girl, and it's an insult to my divine feminine energy. It is an offense. I don't think it has anything to do with the person. I think it has everything to do, in my opinion, with the agenda. And in my opinion, this agenda has to sit it the fuck down. Lots of things have to sit it the fuck down because black will move to the front. And I don't want, we don't, there is no reason, if you look at the grand pyramid scheme of things, there is no reason anymore that Black should ever be on the bottom again. And so that's where our mindsets are. The raising the Black agenda. The Black agenda comes from the bottom and stands at the top. You know, like they say, the cream rises to the top. No. Black will rise to the top. And that's the way it should be. It's the malign neglect, this broad ambiguous terms, these things where they put us in marginalized groups. That shit needs to end real quick. The fact that they want to give us the jabby jab, they don't care. This is probably the sickest I've been in, 2 years, man? And this is not the virus. It's just me having a weak-ass immune system. And a horrible heart system. So, you know, this is that. But this is not, I don't give a fuck if I have to go to the hospital tomorrow, like I go in for a motherfucking echocardiogram. Those of you that don't know, that's an ultrasound of the heart. Okay. And neither myself or my king are actually looking forward to it. Are you looking forward to it, Ben? Huh? No. Right? Because it's the ultrasound that tells you roughly how long you're gonna be left on the planet. So none of us are really looking forward to it, you know. Jokes all kidding aside and shit. Shit's just starting to get interesting. Why we push this Black agenda so hard? Why we spread this message so far and wide? Because it's a necessity. It is an actual necessity. It is important to know that. It is important to know that politics is crumbling. They're going to come crumbling down. It needs to happen. It needs to. It's important to know that the homosexual fucking gay manifesto has been making its slow come up for 37 fucking years. They have been intentionally trying to make shit homosexual and gay for 37 years. I myself have read it on my own program. Did I read it on my program or your program, baby? Yeah. You know, Che Kruma, he allows me to be myself. So I read that on my program because it's a real thing. You know, when you got our Black kings dressing up like bitches, like females, acting very outwardly flamboyant. It's one thing to be gay, you know. It's one thing to be gay, and we, you know, that's been since the dawn of time. You know, I want to say it's probably been since before chattel slavery, right? I mean, that you know, some men have been gay. So what? The outlandishly overtly flamboyancy is what I can't get down with. And seems like it's been more and more in the last couple of years that this agenda has been pushed to a level that is right in your face. Same thing with this trans agenda. You know what I mean? We can feel it. Real women will feel it that you are not a woman. We can tell. When that Dave Chappelle thing happened, I give Dave Chappelle. We support all of his shit. I mean, plus I've been watching Dave Chappelle since I was small, and that man has always been a comedic genius. But there was a news program I and Che were watching. What was the name of the gentleman on there? Teray, yeah, Teray. Mark Lamont. Yeah, Lemoy Steele. And some other individual named Hope. Now Hope looked like a regular broad, and they were talking about the police when people kill you, right? Now here's the thing. Now the topic was like this. It was like they're gonna kill you because you're black before they find out you're a woman, right? Right. She said, and this individual, I say this individual, because I was even, as I'm watching it, I'm thinking, is this person an ally for the trans community, or is this person trans? I couldn't figure it out because I'm watching it, and I'm one of those empath people. So when you walk past me, I can feel your vibe, I can feel your whole essence. But I'm watching it, and I'm like, cuz is a man, right? That's me saying that. And as the conversation proceeds, the conversation is like, look, when the police are going to kill you and they shoot you in the street, they're not shooting you because you're in a dress. They're shooting you because your skin is black, because you're black. And Teray had a good argument. And he was like, I don't care what Mark Lamont, Lamoise, whatever the fuck his name is, says, because, he's not on our people to watch, our news individuals to get the news from. But this individual had decided to say after that, right? Oh, look, hello, black skin, I'm black too. And I'm like, no, bitch, you was black out of convenience. You were pushing your agenda before you pushed your black skin. Real shit. She's pushing the trans thing before she decided he, she, whatever the fuck it was, pushed the agenda of being transgendered and try to make it seem like the police killed transgendered individuals before they killed black people first. And that's a lie. They'll shoot you because you're black first. Oh, and then you're in a dress. Oops. And it's something that bothered me and Che, because that was a narrative that we couldn't get behind. Hey, how you gonna forget that your skin is what causes you to get shot in the street if you made a jumpy move, or you just happen to get that one or two trigger happy police officers, that are on that racist tip, and so I was all on that shit. I was like on it. I was like, oh, now you remember you're black first. Now you remember that. Hello, that bitch, sit the fuck down. I don't want to hear shit what you got to say now, because you remembered that your skin plays a factor all of a sudden. While you over there doing your makeup and your hair, trying to be a woman and whatnot, did you forget that your richly melanated skin is what will get you killed? Because that's all they're seeing. You know what I mean? So we had to worry about that. That's why I came to this narrative on my own accord about sit it the fuck down. Your shit ain't worth it. It ain't even important. You guys got your passes, your bands. It's almost a fucking something wrong if we even look in your direction. It's like a hate crime, right, babe? What did the LGBTQ get? Protected class. You should never bring grapes in here. That's the way to a woman's heart, cuz. All right, yeah. So, protected class. Um, we learned that Asians got Asian protected classes. Protected classes. They got hate crime bill. Hate crime bill, right? Everybody but your black ass will get reparations. Everybody. Thankfully, we did a show called "See Your Colonizer." Um, Native Americans get extras, right, babe? So-called Native Americans, $5 Indians, and my father-in-law tell it. um, we'll get extras, and everything that we have given, we'll still get shitted on. Fuck that. No more. I learned the value of reading everything. Go ahead and ignore that bitch. That's some reckless individual calling and bothering me. Um, um that you could have answered. You call again, baby. Let's answer it. I learned that black people got to get on a structure, and I took that. As into my to my own being. I'll give you a perfect example. My mate has a structure, day planner, right? Look at this shit. This is ridiculous, right? Day planner. But in order for him to be efficient, to lead someone like me who's not like, my shit don't even look like this. He has a structure. So I learned to find people that have structure, so that I could be better. Each one teach one, right? So when you come in the Black House, yeah. When this is the end of year, this is the end. This is the one from this year, right, babe? Oh yeah, you got it written down on the top, right? Everything is written down. Why? Because sometimes I like to argue because I'm just an asshole like that. I like to argue, and I'm like, that didn't happen. Like that, right? And there would be the proof of it. Actually, it happened. You know what I mean? Or when I really if I really don't, because I'm like irresponsible when it comes to going to the doctor. I'm the worst one that don't ever want to go. You damn, they gotta drag me to the motherfucker. Okay, because they do awful shit. Okay, awful shit. But this is structure, right? You see, you can't read it, but structure. There we are. Okay. See, Wednesday, man. See. And what does he got? He got another one just in case for already ready to go. Structure. And that's the only way a motherfucker like me is gonna get better. Structure. I learned to question everything. Black family. It's all fucking crazy. Question everything. Question everything. I learned it White supremacists like to raid certain parts of the city, like Philadelphia and Washington, D.C., and U-Hauls. They come in U-Hauls, and they're not like wearing cloaks no more. They're wearing khakis and blue shirts and white pillowcases with little plastic shields. I learned that when we talk about killing off all kind of white people, we want to support the one that accidentally knocked off 8 in a row, right? I want to learn about that. When you talk out about 60 of them, you don't get no support. That's still my favorite case, and we'll get into that next week. Who else? One black man can run into a parade, and everything he's ever done will come to light. A white woman can run into Black Lives Matter parade or march for whatever they're marching about, right? Because we already know that Black Lives Matter, the message is no longer the message. You know what I mean? And we'll get probation. 10 days probation. That's it. In a Beamer. And we'll still have the balls to say no. But a black man who runs into a Thanksgiving parade and runs into like 60 individuals and a couple die, we can't even get him help. Interesting. We also learned this year that Ben Crump, you ain't shit. Our civil rights motherfucking lawyers, so picky. Okay? And instead of taking cases that might actually help them in the long run, they won't. So picky. What else have we learned? We learned that white supremacy does not take a break, and neither does black media. Also, we learned on the revolutionary agenda that there will be a time where these motherfuckers will want to shut down all the roads and the trains just to kill us. We're not taking that seriously. We're at war. What are we at war with? Well, revolutionaries, we're at war with this. Aside from the dominant society and ourselves, we're at war with the end of time. I could shut everything down. Everything. The road, the water, everything. We're so conditioned to rely on these tools of media. Our computers, our cell phones. We don't know what it's like to pick up a book no more. Let alone how to disengage. I thoroughly don't answer the phone anymore. I don't answer the phone, and I barely get on the computer. And when I do, it's because I want to. It's because it's an infection. It's like, I could be stuck right here forever talking to myself and looking at the computer. And I'll never get out. Yes, the coronavirus has done this to us. But at some point, we're going to have to stop letting that be the fucking factor. What happens when they do shut everything down? We didn't talk about that there's, which we will talk about next week, hopefully when I'm better, about the killer robots that they're discussing in Congress. And I'm going to show you a film. We're going to discuss that. Because that's really happening. You got androids everywhere. Me and my babe were over there doing Frontline Black News, right? And the doctor who we're listening to on our last episode, he had one eye that was glaring like a motherfucking cat's eye. And I was telling my babe right there, I was like, cuz is an android. Real shit. Cuz is a robot. Like, there's no reason for both of your eyes to be gleaming like that. Well, one eye to gleam like that and the other one isn't. At all. Okay, there's no reason for it. He had like a glass eye or something like that. Yeah, that's my natural hair. Yeah, look at that shit. No reason for it. None. And yet here we are. Cause a robot. Or an android, which only brings me back to this movie. And if y'all find a way to stream it, I suggest you watch, excuse me, Black man, I suggest you watch Mother Android. Quickly, with a quickness. Mother Android. Yep, brand new flick. So if you know where to go, obviously not gonna tell you where to go, because then that shit will be exposed and nobody watching nothing. So watch Mother Android. Or see what could happen. Also encourage you to watch The Purge. The 2018 movie. Okay, the one that was done in 2018. Shout out to Sabir Bey for educating me on that. Real shit. Watch that. Because everything that's happening in that movie is happening now. Now it's 2018. We're in 2022. That is a bot. Real shit. So we learned, what else did we learn, babe, that we need to tell the people we learned? That's the gist of it, he says. I'm putting it to you like this, family. Love each other. Black kings, take care of your black queens. Queens, my sisters, protect them. Protect your king. Protect them from, not only you got to protect them from these Karens and shit out here, but you got to protect them from their work sometimes. Never let them submit themselves to something they're not worth. Never let them submit themselves to lesser than, no matter how much they think they're providing. You got to make sure that you empower your king. Power him. Let him know he's great. Let him know he's special. Let him know that he's the man. He's the protector. He's the fucking everything. Without him, there is no you. I know that's hard to say because we want to pretend like we don't need them, but it's a goddamn lie. We need them. They keep pissing off the fucking protector who gonna protect us at the end of time when we really need them. We could say we're strong and our fucking ninja skills is real tight, but at the end of the day, no. We need them. Okay, so we gotta stop pissing them off and stop pushing them away, sisters. We gotta look at them like they're everything they're everything. Without them, the black family cannot grow. We need them. We need them to create a black family. We need them as much as they need us. So we gotta stop being mean to them. We gotta stop pushing them away and treating them like they can't protect us. They can't defend us. They can. They're just probably waiting for the right moment to fucking do it. You know what I mean? We're so conditioned to think we don't need them. We don't want them. We only want them when it's convenient for us. No, we need them. We should want them all the time. That's the most important thing for us to understand. Is it, yeah, we're not helpless, cuz. I'm not saying we're helpless. I'm not saying we can't defend ourselves. I'm not saying any of that shit. I'm saying we got to share those responsibilities. We got to remember that it's the man and then us. You know? We got to remember that they are the ones that can take care of us and protect us. And when it falls onto us, everything we've learned from them, we can only enhance them. They're their teachers. They're the ones that lead. We got to let them lead. I know it's hard. Fuck, man, there's days I look back and I'm like, shit, cuz you ain't going to lead me, what. And I have to retract that statement. I have to retract that statement because I've been conditioned by the motherfucking white man to think that they, our black kings, are not worthy of leading us. And it's wrong. They are more than worthy. They are worthy. They're capable. And we don't let them do it enough. We don't let them defend us. We don't let them protect us. We don't let them provide for us. And that's a shame. And now we need to give them their power back. And we need to empower them to do so. We can't no longer degrade them, belittle them, and humiliate them, and shame them, and push them off to something that's going to get them arrested or killed. So we have to empower them. We have to protect them. We have to uplift them. And men, you got to do it for us too. What you think we're not learning, what you think we're lacking in, teach us, lead us, so we could be better for you. So you don't run off to some motherfucking weirdo Becky-like situation and decide to propagate and fucking have children with some motherfucking bitch that end up letting you fucking push you to the extent where you end up going to jail and you end up calling us. No. So lead us. Teach us better so that we can, not be brainwashed by the shit that we've been learning our whole lives. Teach us better. Teach us how to teach you, how to treat you. If we're treating you wrong, teach us how to treat you. You know what I mean? The same thing with the ladies. If they don't know how to treat you, teach them how to treat you. You know what I mean? And this is so we can keep it going. So we can love ourselves, man. We don't love ourselves. We don't love ourselves. How can we love them? How can they love us? How can we create a beautiful motherfucking family? I want to see babies, man. I want to see babies. I want to see black couples holding hands. We live in a motherfucking city where right there, right, baby, right where 5 Points, right? Huh? In 5 Points? In our city, right? 5 Points where we like to go. Sometimes we got a little table out there where we're selling RAHMEL's books, right? And I'll be over there I'll be fucking with my dude, like trying to get him to engage with me, right? Look at him spying. Anyway, we're trying to engage with him, right? And I'm just talking real low, trying to provoke him to get into a conversation, but he's so serious, because anything bad could happen, real shit. I'm one person that has plenty of motherfucking enemies because I'm out in the ground. I'm like boots to the ground. I'm out there, right? But as I'm noticing, I have to point out that every couple that walks past us is white, and they're holding hands in our motherfucking neighborhood. They used to be all black in our neighborhood. I'm gonna get fucking upset about this. And I'm like, what is up with this? Like, is it in the water? Is it in the energy? Why can't us, me and my king, not be somewhere and hold hands where I'm looking at like, is this mad dysfunctional? What is going on with all these white people? And I come to the conclusion that I need to treat him better. And if I treat him wrong, he needs to teach me how to treat him. If he treats me wrong, I need to teach him how I want to be treated. So we can stay happy. So we can stay figure out what this in love factor is. Because we don't understand it some days. Some days we're too busy fighting white supremacy to realize that we love each other. Neely Fuller Jr. says if you're not fighting white supremacy all day, every day, what the fuck are you doing? And that's what we're doing. We're fighting white supremacy all day. Then we forget to fucking love each other. And so we degrade each other once in a while. Or we let it, not really him. I got to provoke him to get to that level. But we really do. And then in the grand scheme of things, when you see other brothers and sisters beefing amongst themselves, you want to stop them and intervene and be like, oh man, cuz hug her. And you stop acting like that. Don't call him those names in front of other men. What's wrong with you, sister? Hug him. You hug her. Stop it. Hold hands. Want to intervene, but you know you can't. Because some things you just cannot intervene on. But you want to look at them and be like, oh, look at these two motherfuckers. They're so passionate. You know they love each other. They just don't know how to respond to each other. And they're not even fighting white supremacy. We're fighting that shit actively all goddamn day. If we could be real life ninjas, we'd be cutting down white people and their fucking nonsense all fucking day. All day. Why? Because it's that important. Because once we get rid of that shit, then we can create a world of fucking happiness, of fucking husbands, wives, boyfriends, girlfriends, young love, new love, fucking holding hands, fucking walking through, spending time where we ain't got to worry about getting killed or arrested or kidnapped or missing in action. You know what I mean? And we ain't got to worry about motherfuckers taking vital shit from us like melanin and sending it into fucking space. Which is more to come on that this next coming year. As that shit is fucking happening, what in the fuck is this world coming to? You know? We got white people sending themselves to space, but yet won't stay there. You know what I mean? It's just a whole bunch of crazy shit. Me and Jesse fighting white supremacy. Bucking the system. And the man is running for mayor. Crazy. Craziness. I want to say that this year has been an eye-opener. Major eye-opener. And black people, get on code. Get on code. Stop letting the white man tease you with all these fucking gifts and shit. It's only because they want you to, they want you. I don't know, it's not equal opportunity around this bitch. Remember that. Okay, just because you need a job don't mean anything. Just remember, it's not equal opportunity around this bitch. At the end of the day, their supremacy will show. They're not our friends. They're not our allies. They're just here temporarily. And they want to act like they're offended by white supremacy and whatever. Okay, sure. You want to get in front of you got to get in front of the fucking march. If that's what's going to help us maneuver our shit, but really at the end of the day, we should already know we have no friends. We need to be better friends. We need to be better friends. Not all of us are going to agree to disagree. We're not going to like what the other one says, but we all need to just be friends. At the end of the day, we need to remember that we're black first. And that's what's going to maneuver our friendship and the love for each other. We're black first. We're not always going to agree. Hey, man, did the field Negroes and Negresses agree with the house Negroes and Negresses? No. We definitely tried to get them to run off. They were ready. You know, so it's like that now. Look, you indoor Negroes and Negresses, stay inside where it's comfortable. Okay? When you're ready, just follow that North Star. We're already out. We're gone. We're moving to a better life. We're going to move to a better future. Okay? I'm pretty sure, I'm almost positive that I've been a field negress my entire life since I was old enough to run off from my own goddamn house. Okay? And so obviously we'd love to bring the house ones with us, but they don't want to go. So we can't make them go. We can't make anybody join the revolution when they're not motherfucking ready to join the revolution. And they're going to say no, and they're going to buck the system and tell master. So no, you stay your punk ass in the house. When you're ready, just follow the North Star. I'm sure it'll lead you to freedom. You know what I mean? When you're ready to cut your own fucking chains off. By any means necessary, bust loose. Follow that North Star. We'll be over there. Whooping it up with our own little fires, dancing, giggling, and having a grand old time. Because we're changing the world. When you're ready, catch up. We're not going to beg you no more. Do not beg you to unify. We're not going to beg you to join the cause. We're not going to beg you to be a revolutionary because it's not in it for you. You're not there. You're never going to be there. That's generational markism. It's you being a mark for generations. You ain't been ready. Where us, we're tired of being traumatized. We're ready to run, we're ready to leave, and we're ready to build a new life without all of these isms. Okay, what is it? Color coded casteism? Yeah, we don't want to be in that color coded caste system, right? And where black is on the bottom. No, black is moving to the top. Slowly but surely, we will get there. And everybody else that's in the motherfucking way, you'll get ran the fuck over. So sit it the fuck down. You had your time in the sun. You shone brightly. We saw you booty dancing and all your other shit. We got you. We understand. Everybody now knows you're gay and out there. We now know that when they want to ship out black people, they ship in buffer classes. We learned that. We learned that the presidency and anybody else is not really with our best interests at heart. Grassroots movement is where it's at. Grassroots Black First movement is definitely where it's going to be at. And the new black media is on the internet and not on cable. Follow them, even if they're shadow casted on YouTube. They come back, shadow band. Thank you, babe. I'm sick, y'all. Forgive me. That's why he's here. This is his house. Shadow band. They always find a way to get their message out. And for those of us that are conscious and aware and don't want to live under these systems, we follow that shit. And we'll spread their message far and wide. And here in the city of Denver, we are a little tiny portion of the new black media. And you don't have to agree. You don't even have to like it, but you will respect it. You will respect it. Black family, it's time for me to go. I'm going to play this song. Thank you for watching. What else do we have to say? Join us for Frontline Black News on Saturday. And we going at 9 or 10?
Say between 9 and 10.
Huh?
Say between 9 and 10.
Okay. Frontline Black News. I'm co-host. Oh my God. Where I'm co-host will be coming at 9 or 10 o'clock p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Also, Sunday, join us on Blog Talk on Shabaka's Black Experience Enhanced for Rahmel's segment of Rahmel Understanding segment of God versus the Devil. Talk about 5% knowledge and the Nation of Islam. And shout out to Melchizedek, the Supreme Allah Shabazz. And RAHMEL. Let's see. And next year, the start of the revolutionary agenda will come in a different format. It's still unapologetically black. I still don't give a fuck. I still will say whatever's on my mind. But we're going to be heading into our new, I wouldn't say new season, but the new year with a couple of movies that will be showing them little bits and snippets of these movies that should really get you in a mindset, especially Black family when we talk about living off grid. Okay, because you're not prepared. Let's just be honest. You're not prepared. And some of us are portionally prepared. But when it comes to seeing things like this will get you in that mindset of taking notes and getting fully prepared. And I want to tell you guys to stay ready for the revolution. We're here. Stay ready, stay black, and most of all, stay fucking dangerous. Let's see. Let's put on this song right here.
I won't deny you, I'm a straight rider. Don't wanna fuck you. Got the police watching me, but they can't do nothing to us. So many battlefield scars, my jubilant blood scars. These life is a rap star, there's nothing without the car. Was born rough and rugged, I dress in the man's public, my attitude was rugged. These motherfuckers love it to be a soldier. Most they take exposure and ease, I'm like a fucking egg. Only what you make it see. And my ambitions as a rider, the country rushing out and horns going beside her. When I put some game in the ears, I'm to the tennis hoe. We put my money in the bins, cause bitch I'm really broke. I'm smoking bomb ass weed from the juice. From player to player, the gang fucking Dennis News. From hustling to prayer, so breaking motherfuckers to pay. I got no time for these bitches, got me some about to play. You want a meal ticket, you see what I mean. So rich and competition got me rich. On that bullshit, they stress me. I'm a prime, don't clown hoes like it's mandatory. No plus no glory, my nigga, bitch got the game destroyed. Now it's on in the zone because I said so. You just a bitch in the business, so I got the game, bro. Now it's money, ho, bitches get this bitch. I started plotting and planning on sticks and coming triggers. But the niggas be on point and gang tight. It's like a front hall, rest at the same night. Got my head and it's about to see me. These niggas is dead, the people that actually wanna be me. Yeah, and now you got me right beside you. Hoping you listen, I kept paying attention to my ambitions as a rider. My ambitions as a rider. It was my only wish to rise above these jealous cabin motherfuckers and spies. When it's time to ride, I was the first to decide. Give me a nine, I'm ready to die right here tonight. Look at what they like, that's what they screaming. If they kill me, but I'm on to kill. So open fire, so you kill me, witness the steel. Spitting their adversaries, Indians, and that's what I need. I'd rather die before they catch me. Watch you bleed, mother come rescue me. I'm suicide through the doors. I'm innocent till every bullet's flying when I'm choked. Fuck through the jail time, better days, sacrifice. Don't get a chance to do me like they get my nigga tied. Thug with the life, and if you right, the nigga die for it. And motherfuckers try, and least you try for it. When it's time to die, be a man, to pick the way you read. Fuck peace and the police, my ambitions as a rider. My ambitions as a rider. My
blackout. Higher education, right?
I know they coming for me. I've been hesitant to reappear. Been away for years, never let my adversaries do it. See it, cause I'm a method. With the speed of shows, with the beat, niggas are feeling fine. My mama's the run the beat. Pass me up, but keep it finished. Getting the mix, my power will never back to be a motherfucking minute. They out, the body blocks set me up. Have bitch ass niggas on my team, so the lead, they run me up. But I'm back, reincarnated, incarcerated at the time I called the break away to God, mate. Doing lyrics, legendary, losing the mercenary for money. I had these motherfuckers ready. Too much man in jail, niggas telling me to kill it. Knowing when I get out, they gon' feel it. Witness the realest, I'm provided when I put the shit inside the ride from all your people when they find it. It's reminded, my history is full of it. The reason we make it to pay, and all the counts that was there with. Now someone come by my side, hoping to listen. I got you paying attention to my ambitions as a pilot.
You are right. In the black house, I'm like extra light. Alright, stay black and dangerous. Black and dangerous.
Machiavellian is Illuminati all through your body. The blows like a 12 gauge shot. Feel me? Hey, God said he's